Hi, my name is Jeff Bish. I've been a trader for over 20 years, and as co-founder of MarketGauge.com, I hope that by sharing my insights about trading in the markets, I can help you reach your trading goals. In this video, I'm going to talk about big volume intraday. In other videos, I've talked about how to analyze volume from a very simplistic point of view of following the direction of the market after the volume bar occurs. I talked about it in terms of the daily chart, talked about it in terms of the opening range time frame, the beginning of the day. But there's also an extremely useful way of looking at volume almost at any time of the day if you've got a big spike. Again, looking for that big spike, and then that can tell you that there is support or resistance, and certainly it tells you that there's real interest at that level, which is going to create support and resistance when you combine it with a price pattern. Now I've pulled up MDRX here to give you an example really of a huge price bar and the reaction to that reaction to that volume bar. But I don't expect that every time I get a big volume bar that it's necessarily going to reverse and go in the other direction. And just because the volume bar is green here, it only means that the volume that the price on that bar closed higher than the prior bar. So I wouldn't be as worried about whether or not the bar is green or red, but rather, as I've illuminated in other videos, which direction does the market go after the price bar. Now, on an intraday basis, what times do you want to look for? Well, in a prior video, again, I talked about looking for big volume to happen towards the open, but it can also happen at any time during the day. And what I want you to do, what I want you to get out of this video, is that as you're looking through your charts, if you're watching stocks that you trade, you want to be very aware of when you get one of these big price bars, because it could mean an acceleration of the current direction, it could mean a reverse of the current direction of the market. So let's just take a look at a couple other stocks, give you an example of what I mean. Okay, Sears. Now, this happens to have just come up right now or recently as I was preparing for the video, because I look for these things. And you can see, actually, if I go back to the open, you had a big volume at the open, and when you broke down from that, the market sold off. It sold off until it met with more big volume. Now this is a little bit of a nuance, but you've got a two volume pattern here that really encompasses these two bars. So if you look at the market from that perspective, okay, the biggest volume bar is this area down in here, and that second biggest volume that happened at the same time, which is 2 5-minute periods together, which is why I'm boxing it together. This area is going to be a very significant area for this stock for the rest of the day. Okay, and that's an incredibly powerful thing to know. For all the work you have to do is watch out for these volume spikes. If you do this, you'll get to know the nuances of these patterns, and it will become an incredibly useful tool in your trading. Let's take a look at another one. Okay, BHI, slightly different but same concept. Again, it came up right about the time I started thinking about this video. Here's my big volume spike, and that has defined the range ever since. Now, I want to bring up another point to your attention from this video, or in this video, is that it also happened as it took out what was the low of the day. So big volume came in at the low of the day, and then the market started to consolidate rather than continue. This market, from a day trader point of view, and this is an incredibly powerful date for day traders to understand how to use these volume patterns, because now, as a day trader, I can define a pretty good trade setup based on which way this market goes from this pattern. Let's take a look at one more, and where I want to focus your attention is on this bar. So the market opened lower, traded higher. And when did it stop going up? Well, it stopped going up when we got the big volume bar and then started to reverse. I will not be surprised if after coming off from the volume bar it has trouble here again. Okay, again, simplistic way to look at it, but incredibly powerful. Doesn't take a lot of analysis, and I think you'll find this helpful in your day trading. Now, the way that I'm able to do this, or find these volume bars, and I use this technique for the stocks that I'm watching and trading. Certainly if I'm trading the stocks, I'm hypersensitive to what volume bars look like, and I